How about some tunes?
We've got some great tunes for you this morning.
Bang out a few tunes.
Yeah, he's loony. He's just like his tunes.
Good tunes, good brew, good buddy.
Said I dig your groovy tunes, man.
I mean, Led Zeppelin didn't write tunes that everyone liked.
Hey, what happened to the tunes, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome to Good Tunes. I'm your host, Timmy Good Tunes. This is my co-host, Roger Y. Say hello to the people.
Hello.
Thank you for coming and joining me again.
Yes. Technically you came here, but
that is true. But you let me put my stuff in your garage.
you put your stuff wherever you want in Gay Raj.
Yeah. That's a euphemism.
That's fucking horrible. Oh, Jesus.
We have a tasty beverage this time. Roger, break down the beverage. What'd you make for us?
It's some Crown Royal vanilla with some ginger ale. I think it's just the Schweppes one, though.
Not bad, not bad. I'm not too much of a drinker. I'm a smoker, as you are as well.
Yeah, sipping, little sip is
it's a
good.
little sippage.
Plus,
a little sippage
like
here and there.
Little class for the viewers. We get you some old granddads like that one time if you want.
No, I don't want to die for a second time.
Some combos in a ketchup bowl.
Those pizza combos, bro.
Yo, man, for real.
Let's not get into snacks again. Today is another Through the Gray day.
Snacks and drinks.
So today is track number 4, titled "The Feast for Superior People." The Feast for Superior People.
Yeah, man.
Roger, what does that mean?
I don't fucking... Dude, it's most of that shit's Scott, man. He's just a fucking... Oh, it just came out.
So he did Will Smith.
I think he named the Feast for Superior... I'm pretty sure he named all of them.
Okay.
Pixie was like the only one that I think I named.
Okay.
You know, and, you know, collectively, you know, Intro was a group project.
And I named the last one.
That was you?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was me. And I got a story behind it, but anyway.
Okay.
So the Feast for Superior People, one of the bangers.
Yeah.
One of the supporter favorite.
Absolutely, man.
For me as well. It's the song that if I were to show someone a song of ours, I would show that song. I would give them that song.
I would say as well, because like at times it was my favorite, and like it's always shifting based on how the energy at the shows has been going, or what's new, or what's more captivating at the time. But I always felt like that was the most of like. It's not our heaviest, it's not our most pop, it's not our most metal. It's the biggest culmination of like, here, this is the best way we could describe ourselves.
Right.
It's everything we are there. I feel like everything was like compared to that. Like Will Smith was, it's not quite as heavy as Feast. And like Puncture was like, it's a little bit heavier but less metally. You know, like
right.
I would agree.
Definitely a favorite of mine as far as my vocals as well.
Dude, the last chorus. It's my favorite.
I feel like I keep blanking out now that before we even listen to these songs.
Oh, you'll hear it.
Yeah. Okay. That's.
I remember coming in to like Mr. Kyle's. I'm like, yo, wait till you see what we did the chorus. I'm like, what'd you do? I'm like thinking like, fuck, these dudes got an idea, probably changed the key, like redid the whole thing.
Right.
And then I heard the vocal that you put on. I'm like, oh shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Before we get into that banging ass part, I
was talked into that, bro. That was not my idea at all. I forget who suggested that, but I was not confident at that point enough to like want to throw natural voice.
But there was
on
screaming
anything.
over it.
Yeah.
I
forget
just
whose
to
idea
beef it up.
was. Yeah, it wound up working out, but like
Yeah.
it was like
It's something that only we would notice, really.
it was the same thing of like the whispers and like Will Smith. Like it's like I guess it works, but like I'm the one that has to do it. It's so fucking corny to a degree. And you're like, oh man. But it's like you take it away, and it's like, nothing else we're doing is working, so I guess we're going with this.
Right.
You know. So.
But yeah, everything's pretty strong coming out of the gate.
Yeah, I mean,
with that song.
a lot of the lyrics are like kind of weird because like soaked in blood as it falls from the sky. I was like, what are you talking about? And
That's
it's
the
like,
sexy part, though. From the sky.
that whole thing was because at that point, I don't know if you remembered, but like we were all hyped up because like a lot of us in the band listened to In Flames, and they were on Nuclear Blast Records. Okay. And then Paul and Scott found out about that band Bleed the Sky. That's why Soaked in Blood as it falls from the sky. And we played that show with them at the Stone Pony.
Okay.
It was like one of our first shows of like playing with like a legit band that was on a label, and like obviously they weren't one of like the top ones on that label, but like
to us.
So yeah, we were like, holy shit. So like the whole thing, like Dim the Lights, is like literally just about us being at that show at the Stone Pony.
And the first line used to be 5 as 1.
Yeah.
But then it turned into 5 and 1 because I joined.
Correct.
Making 6.
Right.
Right. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that specifically.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
See, I remember stuff.
I always wanted to like we touched on earlier in like episodes 1 or 2 or whatever it was, but how the camaraderie was always there. We always hung out. Like that's what we were about, man. Like 5 as 1. Like we're gonna go out, we're gonna play the show, we're gonna be as crazy as possible, play the best to our ability, but whatever happens, like we're still boys at the end of it. We're still gonna go back and like see what we gotta fix and what we gotta make better.
And that's how our writing sessions really started, because I was just coming into it. You would pretty much give me like a history of kind of preamble of like, this is what I was thinking. This is how I might have changed it because you're in here now. Those clean vocals up until when I stopped it, those were already there.
I feel like the lyrics were most likely there for at least 80 to 90% of it, but
the next part is
I probably
me.
didn't have the right. I probably have like scratch lyrics off the side, like, I think these go with it, but I can't incorporate it. See if you can do something.
Yeah,
I feel it probably went more like that.
Yeah, and this upcoming part is where there was like a blank. Yeah, I think.
Like,
and I kind of had to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we go, and that's where the pussification poppiness comes from. It's like, well, they don't have this, so I
pussy metal.
Everything will turn out just like I planned it, and that won't turn out for no matter what you say or what you do, I'll never live this life for so narrow-minded, but it's just one night. It doesn't seem to matter.
Those are some fun harmonies.
Yeah.
Or what you do.
Yeah.
That's and then we do it even more on the second chorus. We add a little bit more to that.
I'll be honest. This is my favorite chorus on the CD.
It's like we were almost afraid for things to be the same.
Yeah.
Like
we don't want to
again repeating.
Yeah, you like smell the fear of like, oh man, we don't want to get boring. So everything is like,
yeah.
It's very like protest the Heroesque. Like remember Keziah? How it's like, if I was in that band, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do now.
Yeah.
I mean, they did it obviously, but like, we're just like, that's everything we got.
Yeah.
Like,
and you just got to fill all the gaps, and that's what we tried to do.
Yeah, man.
What you do?
I mean, you gotta figure we have like 6 of us too, so it's like 6 plus the harmonies, and like it's just layers, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love that shit.
Yeah, it's good. All right.
Keep it going, man.
Big Alan. that was Scott.
No.
That's Robo?
Robo Steve. Shout out Robo Steve. He's like down in Daytona.
I memorized like every single piece
Of that solo.
of all of their solos.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so good.
I'm so mad I'll never be able to do any of it. And I'm like in my 30s. You're fucking kids. Fuck you guys.
They complemented each other so well, Steve and Scott.
For sure, man.
It was like that cliche, like too good to be true, match made in heaven type of shit. Like
it was, but like make no mistake, like as natural of a relationship it was, there was a lot of work that went into it too, man.
No,
like,
sure.
Those dudes were
As
always
everything
jamming.
great is.
And I remember like going over like just like to crash at each other's house and like staying up all night. Like, dude, I will never forget one night me and Robo went to go stay at Scott's and fucking I think we killed like a bottle of like Bacardi 151 or like mixed it with orange juice or something. Like I wasn't really drinking that much at that time, and I feel like I either had just gotten my license or didn't have it yet and was driving anyway. And I remember leaving, but like Robo got like way too fucked up, and then like, Scott like comes out of the shower. You remember Scott's room? He had like the hippie beads and shit, and like the connected bathroom. Then he comes out, he starts like dropping his balls on like Robo's fucking head, and he's like, "Go to bed. What are you doing? Go to bed." He's fucking hit him in the face with his
Leave me alone.
balls.
Go to bed.
Hey, bro, what are you doing? So fucking funny though.
wow.
It was
I'm glad I
literally
wasn't
just
there for that.
It was literally just playing guitar and recording shit until you were too drunk to like stand.
So we're gonna take a little break and with a word from our sponsor. One of our sponsors is called J&R Videography. My boy Jesse Rafter's video production company. Make sure you guys hit him up. And if you guys mention Good Tunes or the Idiot Box or Timmy Good Tunes, anything like that, when you're doing business with him, he'll knock off 10% on whatever you guys are trying to get filmed. He does videography, photography, weddings, bar mitzvahs, corporate events, webcasting, photos for social media, Instagrams, marketing, things like that. J&R Videography. JRaftervideo.com. Put information down here and links to his website and YouTube in the description box. So make sure you check that out. J&R Videography. Timmy Good Tunes. Mention Timmy Good Tunes to Jesse Rafter. Good Tunes Idiot Box to Jesse Rafter, and he'll knock off 10% from the biz, whatever you guys getting them to do. All right. So like we were talking about homages.
Yes.
That classic.
Is it homage or homage? I don't know. I said homage out the gate, but I was saying.
I always go for homage.
Before. Homage, right?
Homage, yeah.
Homage!
Homage.
Fuck you! You ain't win.
That's the what's that? The score to the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, old Western Clint Eastwood movie.
Yeah.
So I was all over that. My dad was really into Clint Eastwood movies, so when I heard them do that, I was like, "Oh, that's dope."
Yeah.
And it's like perfect.
Yeah, man.
Oh, it's always like
Yeah.
something's about to fucking hit.
Fuck yeah.
Like it's literally it's like battle time. It's like ringing a bell. That's like fight.
Yeah.
It's fucking
war drums.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
that dude in was it Fury Road, the Mad Max one? He's
Right.
got like the guitar player on the chain.
Yeah.
In the fucking battle and shit.
That was weird.
Yeah.
It was good though.
Oh, fucking awesome.
So yeah, let's see what the battle cry actually brings in.
Yeah.
right there. Do you remember when we went back to this song?
And we made the fucking Southern Rock.
We made it
fucking
into a
part.
MacLeod.
Oh, hell yeah. Yo, that shit was awesome.
I wish we fucking recorded it that
Me
way.
too,
Yo. That
man.
was such a.
Fuck.
That was like the
Awesome.
one time where like, cause I used to hate when we went back to the old songs.
Yeah.
That was the one time we went back to those. I was like, okay, it paid off.
For sure.
And I even think I made up something
Yeah.
Maylene-ish for live. Oh, I think I literally brought in the title of the song. I was like, "This is the face for superior people."
Oh shit!
That's
yeah,
what I did.
yeah.
It was no one even knows if we did it like 2 or 3 shows or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like, "This is the face for superior people." That was so dope when they brought that in. My mind always goes that way when I listen to the song now.
Those
It
shows
always
were
breaks
so
apart
fun.
from the recording version and goes to that.
I just keep flashing back to like random shows like Holy Cross and PLP and even the Pony and all that shit, man. Like those shows were so fun.
They were
Just awesome.
constants.
Yeah.
There was something.
We literally played like what every weekend
every weekend.
for like years.
He was either at the Holy Cross or at Metal Mama. Shout out to Metal Mama.
Yeah, Mama.
She kept us busy, man.
She did.
Wow.
She really did.
Yeah, she did. She was a trooper. She kept it going. It's awesome. Where would we have played?
Yeah.
Probably maybe somewhere, but not as often.
Well, because Prince of Peace got shut down at one point because there was like so
Yeah.
many fights there and people were just like trashing the fucking place.
Yeah.
You still have like local shows and like basement shows and backyard shows, but as far as like actual gatherings and like, remember there was like Jersey shows and shit and like
Yeah.
you'd have like all the ones at the Pony and like as they were like, oh hey, sell 50 tickets at $10 a pop and we'll give you like
Yeah, it was
$80 for 5 people to split.
It was always some kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
But
She was
with
the
her,
only
she
one that
like-
was like honest. So, like there was always food there.
Yeah.
Waters for everybody. Like
Was there ever a ticket requirement for her shows?
I don't know, man. I don't think so. Like there was.
so.
I feel like she sold food and stuff.
Yeah.
Like-
But even so, there was
She-
always
she
a
hooked us
shitload
up,
of
man.
people there. It was always a
Always,
shitload
man. It
of
was always loaded.
always loaded.
Yeah, you weren't playing to less than 50 people.
Yeah.
Because you got to figure you had like 50 people just in bands there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Oh.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
All right, let's
They're
pick it
gonna
up.
do.
Now I'm sitting and wishing that everything will turn out just like I planned it, and I won't turn unfortunate. No matter what you say or what you do, I will never live this life for. So narrow-minded, but it shines bright. What does it seem to matter? I will live the dream. I will live the
This is Sid.
You're so sexy on stage, through the gray all the way.
You know it.
You know I love your muscles.
All right, so the girl that one's about or like related to from like that breakup I went through, prank called us and was like with her friends, but like one of her friends was dating one of our friends.
Okay.
So like his was like, yeah, sounds sexy with your muscles.
Yeah.
Like that was, I guess, directed at me or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know who the fuck it was. Like, fucking, like you heard Paul like, what's up?
You
Like,
know it.
Yeah, you know it. Like Paul was always confident as shit, bro. That dude had more swag than anyone for sure. Still does.
He always played it pretty chill.
Yeah, dude. Like even his swag at like Dan's wedding and shit, bro, was just fucking like him out there like doing the fucking garter and shit. Like I was just on the dance floor, just killing it. Always just had swagger, man. Always. But it was just like I was kind of like apprehensive about it when the call came in because like they're like, oh, just record it, and I'm like, you have enough issues at that point going through a breakup.
Yeah,
You're growing up.
You don't
you're
antagonize
band,
it.
Fucking had shit going on at home with my
You
family.
already wrote a song about it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we don't need to throw gasoline on this.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, man, it's a good idea. Put it on the end. It's like, it wound up being fine. Because it was like,
because nothing's explained.
Yeah.
Only you knew. Now it's explained.
Yeah. I mean, it means nothing. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Cool with that person at this point. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's fucking water on the
High
bridge.
school bullshit.
Yeah, but you're 16. You're like, oh my God, this is all I ever knew.
You're going to know. She's going to know.
Yeah, like I was that person where I was like, at that age, like I was good with like, oh, forever. Like I have a girl, I have my best friends, I have my music. Fuck it. What could I ever else, like, what else could I ever want? You know, it's like everything has to be forever.
Yeah.
And then you grow up, you're like, doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You know? I forgot all about that fucking outro.
Just one night.
That was the part I was talking about before. I'm like, oh shit, okay, y'all got sexy with it.
Yeah. Again, one of their suggestions, just to change it up, switch it up.
Yeah.
And even before, I forgot the second solo was Scott.
Okay. Yeah.
Who did they wrote their own solos?
Fuck yeah. What, you thought they wrote each other's?
No, just maybe one person wrote both of them or something like that, because you would never guess it was somebody else. Can you tell the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I can tell the difference in tone. I remember I remember their guitars.
Yeah.
I remember Scott having like the silver PRS that he started out with, like the Tremonti issue. I remember Robo Steve having that like red marble looking ESP LTD. Oof. Like I just remember like the tone.
That's why I brought you onto the show.
Yeah,
You remember all this shit.
I remember Steve had like EMG 81s and 85s. And I was crashing at his house all the time. Me and Robo Steve were like best friends. I just chill with him like all the fucking time.
Right.
We were always over each other's houses, and like I remember he would just drill and drill and drill. Cause it's like, dude, if I had to be another guitar player in a band with Scott, I'd be like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like I was a fucking screamer to be with Scott. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you see everybody else, and like everybody had the look, the stage presence, the talent. You're just like, all the time you're like, all right, man, I feel like I belong. These are my boys, but like you had to earn your keep because everyone kept getting better, man. It was fucking nuts.
Remember that Starland show?
Yeah.
Where Robo Steve, he like fucked up his wireless.
That was Scott.
No, that was Steve.
That was Scott. Bro.
That was Steve.
No, I will bet you any. Scott switched his silver PRS out for a black Jackson guitar.
Okay.
And he was in the middle of switching one of the pickups on it. And so the whole pickup was out. So you could only play on like whatever it was, either I think the neck. I don't think there was like a bridge or body or whatever the fuck.
Okay.
I'm not a guitar player. But either way, he only had the neck pickup or whatever pickup he had. He only had the one. And when he went to go do his solo, he thought it was like the disconnected of his wireless or this, that, the other in the middle of his solo. And he's like looking at his pedal board like, what the fuck? And then after the show, he figured out all it was is because he had a switch on his guitar flipped to the pickup that wasn't installed. It was just like a hollow space there, so it wasn't registering anything. If he would have just moved the switch on his guitar, it would have been fine.
That might have happened. I don't remember that, but I was actually talking about something else.
Okay, that was at Starland. So then that was a terrible show because we've only played Starland
Right, but something else happened to Steve where his wireless hookup wasn't working, so he had to go hardline in to his amp.
I thought you were gonna say like shorted out.
No, but not like in the middle of the show or something like. But his the cable that he had, the only cable he had was really short.
Right.
So he couldn't go anywhere. He couldn't run anywhere. He was just like from here to like to the wall. Like he couldn't go any further. And I remember him looking like always. I would look back at him. He would want to like take a step forward. He would remember and he'd be like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
He'd be so pissed off.
Yeah.
I remember
because
that.
It was that point, man. Like we wanted to get on a big show. Like I remember we sold like I think they said like you had to sell 100 tickets to play this Battle of the Bands at Starland.
Yeah.
I think we wound up selling like 155. For some reason that number resonates with me. But I remember like we actually made for what we thought like was good money at the time because I think it was even if it was like $2 a ticket, you know, $300 to us at that time. Like, oh shit, like we're getting paid to play. Like, you know, not realizing that they're making fucking way more. But that's besides the point. But we finally got to that point or that stage of Starland. We're like, oh, we think we're gonna do something, and all these like little minor technical difficulties, man, and like it just sucked because like I knew we had so much more than what we showed that day. But I guess that's the mark of like those that make it or go farther and those that don't. Like in those moments, you might only get that one time to like seal the deal. And like I remember the band that won that Battle of the Bands. I don't remember their name or who they were, but I remember their singer had long hair. And they were like some like classic rock
yeah,
anything.
It was a hair metal band.
And
he hit those
high
Def
notes.
Leppard notes.
Awesome singer.
Yeah.
And I remember him being like after the first, if that first song didn't grab you by the balls. I just remember him saying that.
Classic
man.
metal.
And I'm just like, yo, this dude's got it.
Yeah.
I remember the other band that like sounded exactly like Hawthorne Heights, and they had like some like Orange County like white and black like custom drum set. Like they were all like 15. Like their parents obviously had some kind of money because they all had like awesome fucking gear.
Yeah.
But it was just crazy, man. Like thinking back, like I can't believe I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. But like, even so, that's why you and I would do what we do in case something like that happened.
Yeah.
So I think, of course we're going to remember all that shit and think it's the worst fucking thing ever.
Right.
Because it is a bunch of worst fucking things ever in one show.
Worst case scenario,
yeah. So it seems like, oh my God, this sucked.
Yeah.
But I think, to the average, just watching.
Oh, yeah.
That's where you and I kind of like.
Yeah.
Distract from the technical difficulties.
It wasn't our setting because, like, I get it. Like, you had a backline, everything. You had so many bands coming in and out, but I feel like I used the microphone cable that day. So I was used to being all over the fucking stage with the wireless. Robo Steve was used to being with the wireless. Scott was, getting new tones on a new guitar, but never put the other pickup in. So, like, his shining moment of one of the songs, like, got watered down because of it.
We got another sponsor, guys, from New Jersey, Soul Emod. They are a company out of New Jersey, and they have bags and accessories, clothing, apparel, straight from South America, from Ecuador, based in New Jersey, imported from Ecuador, high-quality goods, very durable, very fashionable for any type of occasion, handmade in Ecuador. They're on Shopify. They're on Facebook, facebook.com/SoulEmodNJ. That's SOLYMARNJ. They're on Instagram, SoulEmodNJ, SoulEmod. And make sure, if you guys ever go to the website, you ever buy anything, just mention in the notes section of your order, Timmy Good Tunes or Idiot Box, anything like that, and we'll knock off 10% off your order. So make sure you go hit them up. It's a good sponsor of ours, SoulEmodNJ. So that's Feast for Superior People.
Yup.
Probably one of the best titles for a song ever.
I would agree.
Let's keep rocking.
I feel like
rolling.
we said a feast for superior people, and there was a misprint with the thing when it says the feast. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a feast. So, what you can't see, guys, is that this is in plastic, and the name of the CD is really expires by low volumes, not at low volumes, but by low volumes.
That's true. On the CD, it says expires.
By
low volumes.
Like expires by like a
and
milk date.
it was just a tactic to get you to put the volume really loud.
I guess.
Or something like that.
I think it was more just like that 80s, like crank it up.
But more intellectually, expires by low volumes.
Yeah, I remember like getting into like intellectual debate, like shouldn't it be expires at low volumes? And they're like, no, expires by like the milk or like whatever food.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I don't think I was part of that conversation because I probably didn't care.
It's so fucking stupid
guys.
to care about.
Yeah.
Like it's looking back again, it's hysterical.